Hey there, Destiny folks. So our good friends over at A Renewed Hope have released, that's right, ARH9 Uncharted Alliances. Well, that was a few weeks back, but what's important about the ninth set is that means they are now equivalent to the number of sets that were released by Fantasy Flight Games, with one exception. ARH is not done yet, and they are actually asking for our help with a census. So in today's video, we're going to talk about that, what we can do for the future, and more importantly, talk about some of the really cool cards from ARH9. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, Destiny folks, and welcome back to Destiny Friday. That's right, it's been a spell or six now, hasn't it? That's right, things slowed down for sure, and we all knew that was going to happen when a new Star Wars game came out. We all knew that there was going to be distractions, but hey, we're still here, and ARH is continuing to deliver for us. And can we just take a second before we get into this for me to express my personal gratitude to all of the folks still involved with the program? I mean, obviously it's all volunteer led, we get it. But it would have been very, very, very easy to just give up or abandon or crawl into the shadows. And they kept pumping on this, in many cases probably by themselves. And it's just passion and it's just love. And I am really, really, really impressed that, with all the noise on the other Star Wars game that's out there and all the popularity. And again, we knew this was going to happen. Eyes were going to get drawn. But these folks are still pushing this because they care. So 9 sets in is very impressive, and I also believe in my heart that this model that they're moving to, or at least that they did for this set, has it makes a lot of sense to just keep it smaller, pump new stuff, hopefully increase the release cadence, because it was a long time between 8 and 9, and combined with all the other things, I think that hurt, right? I think that hurt for sure. But again, they're still here, and more importantly, over here, more importantly, well, let's pull it up. They are asking for our help. So please, if you have any passion about this game in the past, currently, in the past, or in the future, or you think you might have it again, let's go answer what these folks are asking us so they can figure out how to best serve us. Okay? So please, the link is below, and thank you for doing that. So what I wanted to do for the rest of today was go through Uncharted Alliances ARH9, but not the whole thing, right? Again, we are several weeks late to the party on this one, and that's okay. That's okay. But we're several weeks late to the party on this one. So, and I know that all of y'all went and windmill slammed that mouse button and you clicked your 38 times through the set, because that's how many cards there are. See how witty I am. Yes. But I know you did that the minute that Casero put his thing up. So we're not going to go through all that. Instead, I want to go through my favorite cards. Now, one thing I want to start with is this set's very funny and by funny, I don't mean like funny, what the hell are you doing? It's funny to me from a historical context, because for those of you who are aware, there was a 10th set of Star Wars Destiny that when it was announced, we all knew we were never going to see it, despite they promised we were going to see it. And, most of us were pessimistic at the time. I mean, at least I was. But anyway, that set, the set that is not to be named, was actually shunned we were so not allowed to talk about it back in the day by the crew that was in charge of ARH at the time. Now, to be clear, that's because a vast majority of them were playtesters, and they were under NDAs, not all of them. But vast majority of them were playtesters. They had seen it, so they didn't want to jeopardize future anythings or whatever. And that's, in my opinion, the real reason that we weren't allowed to talk about the set that is not to be named. That said, the set that is not to be named had an awful lot of creatures. And, looking at those creatures might have made your skin green, just to throw it out there. But there are a lot of cards from this set that do not make your skin green, but that also evoke a lot of cards that would have been in the set that was not to be named. But as we look out on the horizon, sometimes we just feel very, very wild. All right, so as I move into, this is actually not one of my favorite cards, but this card, how are we not supposed to talk about? I think it's like, it would clearly be like, if there was like advertising banners, this would certainly have been the card to lead the set, I think. The Krayt Dragon. So this is neutral, which is, I think if you go back and again look at the history of the game, something like this you would have almost expected to see in a villain deck, alongside probably Jabba, a red leader with 2 resource sides on it. It's something like that. No, this is neutral. This is neutral. Anybody can play this bad boy at just a casual cost of 8 resources. This is a like resource deck, board state deck player's dream, because after you activate the support, deal indirect damage equal to half the value showing on this die rounded up. And if you remove the die, which is a chunky die, deal 3 indirect damage to the opponent. It has no blank. I mean, it costs 8. It costs 8, right? No blanks, 4s, 6s, a 3 discard, and a net 3 resource. But again, remember, that's not just a 3 when it comes to what this card can do. Pretty crazy, pretty crazy card. Next, I do like this one a lot. This was also a callback to that other set. Well, I mean, again, to say that is not entirely fair. It was supposed to be in that other set, but like, obviously Wampa, like, was in the second movie ever made, so like, pretty good one. But this one's a villain red, and it is 2/2/3, 2 disrupt, a resource and a blank. After you activate this support, deal 1 damage to a character that has 1 or more of their character dice in any pool. I like that. Makes you, I like interplay stuff like that, right? Where it's like, oh, can I activate? Can I not activate? If I do activate without ambush, right? What are you going to do? Play and wait all game and not? No, I like it. I like it. And again, it is deal 1 damage. So it is not a May. So do you activate? And that's what I'm talking about here. It's like, okay, my opponent has a Wampa in play. If I dirtle around enough and then they have to roll in, then they can't roll in Wampa because they have to, right? I like to play. Good card. Love it. Very nicely done. Now we move on to my boy Boba Fett, and this is a reused die, and I do love the reused dice, recycled dice, whatever we call them. I do love it. Okay, so this is a 1/2 ranged, 2 melee, disrupt, resource, and a blank. After a character with a bounty on its defeated, heal 1 damage from this character equal to the number of bounties that were on the defeated character. And then his power action is play a bounty from your hand or discard pile to roll 1 of this character's dice into your pool. So not only do you get to recycle a bounty, well, and remember, there's cards out there that discard bounties. Like, you don't even have to necessarily kill somebody, because there's cards that discard bounties to do beneficial things, right? So bounty from your hand or discard pile or 1 of this character's character dice into your pool. That seems pretty good, but obviously you have to be in a situation where you can do it. So it's not like you get a free die every turn. I think this is really great. 14 points is very effective, I think, for this die. The 12 health is good, but you know, the game has changed over the years, and I think this is completely reasonable. Now let's move to Doom, and this is one that in the past may have made my skin green. I was super excited for the Wolves deck. I really was. I was really excited for that Wolves deck to come out. I was going to play it, and I'm really happy to see Doom in the game. So 2 melee, a focus, 2 shield, a resource, and a blank. All of this is off a 2-drop support creature, but discard it from play if you control Kanan. So just like, you know, don't do that. But before you take an action, you may resolve this die. Well, it's got the focus sight on there. Probably makes sense why it doesn't have a 2 focus on there. That'd be pretty freaking good on a 2-drop support. But the 2 shield, right? You could give yourself shield and then resolve an indirect side, something, right? All sorts of stuff. You could even resolve it on a resource and then buy something with it all in one action. Love it. And more so than just the card itself, I love to see Doom. Right. This character I think is really good. I don't know within the current meta where this stands, but I really like this one. Okay. So this is Saw Gerrera, also at 14 points, kind of in line with Boba Fett. This is also a reused die from his legacy die, which was a baller die, right? That was that Saw back then. He was 16, I think. Yeah, because it's him, and then Padme was 14. Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe he was only 15. I should remember stuff like that, but it's been a spell. But man, Saw. So he's a trooper partisan, 12 health with that chonky die. It's a good die. Now, after you activate a partisan, you can place 1 resource on this card. So it's not just after he activates himself. If you have, I don't know, the partisan supports out, right, which are also pretty darn good, you can put resources on him. The special, if you can manage to either roll it or flip into it to deal 1 indirect to an opponent equal to the resources up to a max of 4. So at some point, you're only dealing 4. But again, he's got 2 die, or at least in theory. You can roll and have 2 die on him. I would think you'd want to play Elite because he's only a 2-cost die at Elite. That's very good for that die. 2 points is very good. And then, but you have to roll a special to do this. You then may remove 2 resources from this card to roll another of your partisan dice into your pool. Keep in mind that's not activating a partisan, right? So you don't immediately get that back. But that's the thing of like, well, once I hit 4, it doesn't matter anymore. Well, that's not true because you can get it back and then refill. This guy's very good. I think in most cases, that die, what's that special? Probably an average of 2.5, probably most of the time. Like over the course of a game. I mean, obviously it becomes better as the game goes on. We all get that. But in like a 3 or 4 round game of Destiny, assuming he's alive for 3 rounds, that's probably like 2.5 points of value on the special, which probably, and it's indirect, so you devalue it a little bit, but that's really good. That's really good. If you're playing him with another partisan, you're getting 2 per round. Really good. I really like this guy. I really, really, really like this guy. Well done. All right, next we have the Zillo Beast. So this is really scary because of the ability. So 4 support, neutral, 3 take 1 yourself, a 4 indirect, 2 disrupt, a resource, and a blank. But the power action spend 2 resources, then this gains another copy of its die to a maximum of 3. So you drop him for, I mean, it's expensive, right? But you drop him for 6 and he comes out as elite. Then the next turn you do it again for 2. That's an expensive chunky boy, but that's 3 of those die. I like this. I don't know if this is good or not. I'll be honest. I don't know if this is good or not in terms of like, I mean, I don't think he's worth playing at 4, but like, is he worth playing at 6 with 2 die? I think probably. This is really cool design. I like this. I like this a lot. Last one I have is, I know, just this crazy little event, but Surface Attack. So this is a 1-drop event, villain, red, obviously, because, we're invading Hoth here. For 1, re-roll all dice. Each player deals indirect to themselves equal to the number of their dice showing damage. So remember earlier we were talking about those, leader decks. They've got disrupt and resources and maybe a focus. They don't really do much for you. I mean, they got some disrupt. They're just better to pay big supports. That's pretty cool, right? If you have a bunch of dice that don't do damage and then you're counting on those big chunky dice to do it, well, you just kind of dirtle along and let your opponent roll out, and then you just boom, take 3-4 indirect for 1. Then I'm going to roll in my chunky boys. I like it. I think it's very creative within that. Again, don't know, this. I think this is very much a meta card. That's why I like it. I think it's very well done. So, let's go ahead and go back to the card list. You see there's quite a bit there. They had to use the old name for Fire Spray, which I appreciate. There's a Leia in there. Anyway, link is below. Go check it out. I know everybody watching this has already seen it. The set's really good. And you know what? Finally got it. Finally got it, baby. ARH9's here. Go have some fun with it. Tie into the Discord. And again, please, I'll bring it up. Actually, I'll bring it up one more time. Please, please, please go fill out. Please, please, please go fill out the survey. Okay. So thank you all. It's great to be back with you here on Destiny Friday. Like I said, it's been a spell, but it's great to be back. And go Commando.